Whether they're for a vacation or a graduation, photographs save our memories. Between that click and that photograph, the film is processed or brought to life. Since most of us don't have a darkroom at home, we drop that roll of film off to be developed. Like magic, our pictures are developed and printed at a photo lab. If you're creative and take pride in your work, take a closer look at becoming an apprentice photographer, computer graphics operator, film processing technician. Jeff Reedy works at Photon Color Labs as an entry-level film processing technician. Jeff develops photographs.
The customer brings in the film, it's written up, it's brought back to me, and I load it onto a rack, which is specifically designed to hold that type of film. And then it would be run through the developer, reversal, and so on. And what I would return to the customer would either be a transparency, a large format, 4x5 or 8x10, or a mounted 35mm roll.
Film is developed using chemicals in a machine called a developer. It's important that Jeff has the right mixture of chemicals in the developer. If there's too much chemical, the film may develop too fast and be overexposed. If the chemicals are diluted, too thin, the film may not develop all the way. Jeff dips a hydrometer into the chemicals to make sure they're in balance.
It basically measures the amount of chemical concentrate versus water. We make a determination whether we should dilute or increase the concentration.
Once the chemicals and developer are properly prepared, Jeff is ready to work with the film. He must be careful with every step in the process. If a negative is ruined, there's no second chance.
In the beginning, I was, very scared. You always have to be aware of what you're doing and what's going on, constantly. Even though I loaded that film 20 minutes ago, I'm thinking about it. Is it advancing through the machine? Because this is a one-shot deal. If the film is, underdeveloped or overdeveloped or fogged, that's it. You only got one shot.
Color film comes in 4 layers which react with chemicals and light to produce color. Since the layers of color film are affected by any light, Jeff has to work in darkness. In fact, if you were at the lab watching Jeff work, you'd be standing in total darkness. But here, you'll actually get to see what he does.
When the film hasn't been developed yet, it's still sensitive to any type of light. When I process the film, it has to be under complete darkness. Even the smallest amount of light can fog it.
But when Jeff works with black and white film, he can use a red light because black and white paper is not affected by red light.
In the movies, you see them shooting under a red light in a dark room. The only place that can happen is in black and white because the black and white paper is not affected by red light.
Jeff develops pictures for a variety of customers, including professional photographers who shoot the photographs you see in catalogs. Jeff also develops slides for corporations to use in meetings, and he develops pictures from that family vacation to the Grand Canyon.
We service a lot of large companies, a lot of professionals who do catalog work, model shots, a lot of product work for magazines. We also do work for people, maybe they've gone on a trip to Hawaii and they bring us their film.
The photography classes Jeff took in high school helped him get the job.
I took it sophomore, junior, and senior year. I enjoyed it, so I just followed it from there. In the second interview, I was asked to print black and white and color to see if I had any skill or knowledge. And 2 days later, I was hired.
Jeff was given extensive on-the-job training. He learned how to operate the developer. The staff at Photon showed him all the aspects of black and white and color photography and different processing techniques. Jeff learned quickly and gained more confidence in his ability to create quality work.
I was trained over a 2-week span, and then you may have the knowledge, but you don't have the speed. So what you try to do in the beginning is just be accurate and do the best you can, because the speed and the ease of doing it will come later on.
Jeff succeeded in other areas of the operation at Photon. He is trained in the customer service department. He also duplicates, enlarges, and does copy work.
One day I could be processing E6, next day I could be shooting dupes or printing black and white or helping out in the color print department. It's nice because no 2 days are the same.
And no two pictures are the same. So, Jeff takes great pride in creating the best photo possible every time. He relies on skills he developed in high school.
There is a large degree of math because you're adding, subtracting, dividing, and using formulas to come up with the numbers that you need. Every day, chemistry. I make chemical corrections on a daily basis. You have to know what chemical will react with other chemicals. And the last thing you want to do is pour something into a beaker and just have the thing just foam or smoke up in your face. It's always an ongoing learning experience.
Keeping up with the technology is also an ongoing learning experience. The technology is constantly changing. Jeff is learning about new film and new chemicals as they come out. And today, more and more film work is being done by computer. John Zernt knows the computer end of the photography industry. John is a computer graphics operator.
People will bring transparencies or negatives to us that they need to eliminate a portion of it or add something to it or change something about it. We could put it on the scanner and bring it digitally into the computer.
John was trained on the job to alter photographs on the computer. Once the photo has been scanned, digitally read into the computer, John can make changes and then produce a new version of the photo. John will often change the original photo by taking out the original background and putting in a new one. He can also take unwanted relatives out of family pictures.
My job is to take an image that was made on a computer and to take it from the computer into a two-dimensional object such as a slide or a piece of paper or a photograph to get the information from inside the computer out into the real world.
John can also retouch photos of people to get rid of a blemish or to change almost any detail of physical appearance.
With portraiture, you can change the color of a person's eyes, you can take out wrinkles, take out a blemish on somebody's face. It used to be done with airbrushing, which was very time-consuming. We do that all digitally.
John also works with corporate clients to create slide presentations for business meetings. John helps customers from start to finish, from the idea for the slide to the finished piece.
People bring in some ideas of how they want custom slide presentations to look and come up with a couple different versions so they can choose one that they like. And then we put the whole thing together. We usually have like about a 3-day turnaround for something like that, which includes the design, all the typing, the inputting of the information, shooting it to the film, and processing the film.
Completing the project on time, being able to meet deadlines is a part of every day. To do the best job possible, John keeps up to date on new and exciting technology in the computer world.
I was put through a training process. I would just ask them, hey, how do you do that? And I would have an answer immediately. I work on both Macintosh and IBM, and I know about 20 or 30 different software applications.
Before he became a computer graphics operator, John studied art. You might look into taking some art courses too.
My art background has helped me quite a bit as far as the design aspect of what I do. My mind works in a fairly technical way, but I have an inherent sense of design. I always bring a sense of detail, even when I'm working on bar charts. I make sure the colors go together well. I make sure everything is just so.
If you'd rather take the photographs themselves instead of process them, you might want to consider working as an apprentice photographer at a photography studio. Or you could learn how to take news photos or family portraits. The world is full of photographs. Are you drawn to the art of taking a photograph or the art of making that photograph look its best?
My advice to anybody that wanted to get into this digital imaging is to learn how to draw, learn how to use color, learn how colors interact with one another, take a computer class, get as much hands-on experience with computers as you can, learn how to take your own photographs. There are so many changes happening in the marketplace.
So many changes in the marketplace means there are so many careers to choose from in this industry. Is a great career in the picture for you?